multimedia personality, comedic commentator, songwriter, recording artist, spiritual leader, author, and actor. Larry D. Reid is the founder of the NBN Network, owner of LDR Enterprises based out of Atlanta, Georgia, and the spiritual leader of the Reformation Church of Atlanta. You can catch Larry Reid on the BET Plus original series Kingdom Business and on American Gangsta Track Queens. Streaming online at BET.plus. The NBN Network is a nonprofit organization based in Atlanta, Georgia. We are a streaming, radio, and ministry network funded by a network of partners that are professionals, technicians, entrepreneurs, and entertainers from around the world. Become a member of Patreon today at patreon.com/Larry Reid Live to gain access to all that the NBN Network has to offer. On Sundays, tune in for prayer, prophecy, and coaching call, available for Patreon members only. Join in on the morning meditation and prayer call, open to the public Monday through Friday. On Monday evenings, catch the digital entertainment news show, Larry Reid Live, as Dr. Reid discusses an array of topics with a raw, humorous, and controversial approach. Get informed and inspired on Tier 2 Tuesdays for Tier 2 Patreon members only. Wednesday night breakdown with Dr. Reid, the virtual prophets, pastoral counselors, and coaches, available for Tier 2 Patreon members only. Participate in Therapy Thursdays and Financial Fridays for all tiers, inside of Patreon only. Saturdays, rest and be with your family. Become a member today by logging on to patreon.com/Larry Reid Live today. Church Critic by Dr. Larry D. Reid. An examination of the Larry Reid Live show perspective. Purchase a copy today by logging on to LarryReidLive.com. That's LarryReidLive.com.
We're about to have a conversation. All right, y'all, I'm here. Can you hear me? Let me know that you can hear me. Today's date is November the 6th of 2024. It's the day after the election here in America. Let me know what city and what state that you're watching me from. Please put it in the chat. We're going to have a conversation. Hopefully you guys are doing okay. I'm considering, my main concern is women, but all of us, but particularly women, because I do understand, hey, Buffalo, New York, Atlanta, Georgia, Augusta, Georgia, North Carolina, Charleston. All right. Okay, so it's the day after the election, and this was a very long journey to get here to November the 6th. It seems as though that this campaign has been going on for several years, almost 8 years, as relates to Trump. And we're just now getting the results in. Let me say it like this. Kamala had 4 months to present herself to Americans as worthy to be the president. She had 4 months. Trump already had been the president. And then from the day he got out of office up until this very day, they kept him on TV. And he basically had an 8-year campaign to her 4 months. So it makes sense when said like that, the reason why that she did not come out on top. That's if we're trying to make sense of it. But then when you look at the numbers afterwards, who voted where, their age, their level of education, their gender, we see something. We see that white men and white women were the main people who voted and put Trump where he is. When I say white men and white women, I am including the Latinos, particularly white Latins. When I lived in Florida, I came into an understanding of something I didn't know. I did not know that Latins responded to us like white people respond to us and are just as prejudiced. And then I began to understand their privilege, so I then understood their posture. So white Latins and white women and white men put Trump back in that spot. See, I remember doing the show in 2016, I said Trump literally pulled the underbelly that has not been discussed, has not even been seen the way that it needed to be seen when he became the president the first time around. We saw things hit our country that we hadn't seen in a long time. And that, as bad as it was good for us because we needed to know. And although it's been 4 years with Biden and Biden and Harris, still the people wanted Trump again. Who? White men, white women, white Latins. Why? Because one reason that we all got to admit is that the economy was better under Trump. Now, some people will argue, well, that's Obama's economy. Well, it was better than what it was under Biden. And some people will argue, well, Biden had Trump's economy to turn around. But money is and power and whiteness is very important to a lot of people. And that money aspect is the reason why our wealthy Black Christians and people voted for Trump, because they understand that Trump is better for the economy. Let me explain. We have always associated money with Trump. We have always associated real estate wealth with Trump. Since I was a young child, it was in all of our music. So of course, that is steeped in our consciousness. So with inflation and the way everything has been, and then the conversation about taxing unrealized gains for the rich, especially the terribly rich, that is a big thing. And he was very pro in this conversation about AI and crypto. That's a big thing for investors. How many investors we have in the chat? If you're an investor, just put your hand up like this. This is me raising my hand. I'm an investor. And because of that, he got that vote. But we got to pay attention to a few things here. Number one is, when you look at the polls, we are split. We are divided. And we're divided on some key things. We knew this, but now we have the numbers and we know this. All of our America is divided. The church house, the White House, from the White House to the church house, divided. And what is dividing us? Privilege. That's money and skin. Privilege. Ethics and values is dividing us. Now, depending on how you look at that, then maybe it's not so bad. But for me, it is, because I'm pretty okay financially. And I know Trump is better for me. Meaning, what the world associates Trump with and what Americans associate Trump with, it makes things better. For instance, have you checked Bitcoin? Bitcoin is going through the roof. That's a direct result of Trump. It would have went the other direction if it was Kamala, because she's not associated with the feelings of a thriving economy. So we understand the win, but it don't feel good. Can somebody tell the truth that it doesn't feel good? It doesn't feel good because I can feel women in pain. I can feel women feeling insecure. And I can feel women concerned about their well-being, maybe even their worth. And you can't blame them when a man says, I'm just going to grab him by the puss. When a man says, my first wife was not enough, let me find another woman, make her my second wife. I cheated on the first wife with the second, then give me the third. I cheat on the second with the third. And then I start knocking down all these different women and paying off women. And I can see why some women feel unsafe. Can't blame them. But what's concerning to me is the women that voted for him. It makes me wonder, maybe they're just all wealthy, rich white women or wealthy, whatever women. It gotta be the money, because other than that, it don't make sense for no woman to vote for Trump when you wouldn't date a man. You wouldn't go and seek and search to be with a man like Trump. So it gotta be the money. So this is interesting. So let's look at some of the numbers. First off, let's look at something that I said in April to you guys and discuss that. And then I got all the charts in here, and we're gonna go through who voted, what were their age, what was their sex, what was their education level, and their money level. So, all right, so here we go. Let's watch this. Pluto goes into Aquarius, something happens in America. Something happens on Earth. But America goes through revolutionary changes. Type in Pluto in Aquarius, what happened in America when Pluto went in Aquarius, and you're going to be like, oh my Jesus, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Well, Pluto just went into Aquarius at the end of January, and it's going to stay in Aquarius for 20 years, but it slips back into Capricorn, and it goes back into Aquarius. But what happens in between there is the election. Now, we can presume a whole lot of different things. If we just look at the planets, then it looks like probably Donald Trump is going to get back into office, or at least Donald Trump consciousness and followers and energy that has been disruptive to growth, progression, repentance, America repenting for the sin of slavery and racism, is going to explode in a way to where it shrouds whoever or whatever is in the seat of president. That energy is going to come back up if we look at Pluto, because it's going to slip into Capricorn, which is what it was coming out of. Now, that's interesting. Am I saying this is what God is saying? I'm not saying that. But whatever happens with Pluto happens in America. So one of those two things are going to hold true. All right. So Pluto is in the position that it was in when Donald Trump was the president. Can y'all put that in the chat? Pluto is in the position that it was in when Donald Trump was president. Now, I want everybody to write this, and I want everybody to wrap their mind around this, especially those of you that feel like all of the bodies in the sky are just there and they're not there talking and revealing the glory of God and giving us signs and times. Pluto is in the position right now. Pluto is in the position right now that it was in the sign of Capricorn, that it was in when Donald Trump was the president. I want everybody to wrap their mind around that so that we're very clear. And I had said to you guys, because of where Pluto is, we're going to be dealing with at least Trump energy, very strong during this time. I was hoping that it would just be the energy, the people, the rah, 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 and not Trump getting back in that seat. I thought Kamala was more qualified, a better fit, and good for the unity of our country. Also, Pluto goes back into Aquarius November the 19th. So, like, oh, that's great. So she gets elected, and then the 19th we go back into Aquarius. So then when she takes over everything January the 20th, she'll be in that energy. Well, y'all, this is what I understand. And you can understand the same thing. You just type in Pluto in Aquarius in America events. And you will start, use the chat GPT, and you start seeing all these key revolutionary, significant moments, even wars that happened when Pluto was in Aquarius in America. But it happened all over around the world. There were shifts and change that happened in other countries, Spanish-speaking countries as well. It's not coincidence that Aquarius, Pluto darting in and out of Aquarius and going into a 20-year posturing is sort of happening at the hand of Spanish-speaking people, because we saw it before. I think I got it wrote down somewhere what happened in America when Pluto was in Aquarius, but I ain't got time to find it. But you can go and look at that. So I was hoping that Kamala would be at the wheel while we're in this. But it looks as though it's going to be Donald Trump. So maybe everything that Donald Trump said he was going to do, he's not going to do. Maybe he's going to have a change of heart. Let's be optimistic. We got to be right now. Maybe he's going to have a change of heart, or he's going to renege on some things he said he was going to do. Maybe he was just lying, because he lied. Maybe he was just lying and trying to get the vote, and he understood the racist and the uneducated and the financially frustration of the people. So he played into that. And maybe when he get there, he's going to do something different. I need everybody right now on Facebook to hit like. Everybody. Maybe, I know some of you say, no, Trump ain't gonna, Gemini's got twins, and one is real nice and loving and kind. So it's possible that he could have a change of heart and begin to unite us. Don't be surprised. I'm gonna look for it. If Donald Trump doesn't get on TV and be like, it's time to unite the country because we were so divided. I doubt if he ever say I had a hand in it, but I think that it's possible that he may do that. If he doesn't, then Pluto gonna deal with him. What you mean, Reid? Because the planet Pluto brings to pass the death of what was, what does not work. It comes to cause you to deal with your fears, the things that you seek to avoid and not give answer to, and to ignore and bury. Pluto said, pull that up, bring that up. And if Trump wants to not deal with what is, then he's going to be going against the energy of Pluto. And Pluto on November the 19th is here for a reckoning. And as we go farther into that Aquarian energy that Pluto is inviting, we're going to go into a future that is much better than what we are presently in. And I know that may be difficult to hear and believe, but that is what always happens with Pluto. Just like right now, the market, I'm getting notifications is going up, which typically happens, especially that Trump is the one that looks as though he has won. In order to heal, there has to be exposure. So healing looks ugly. This looks bad. It feels bad because this is a felon that is divisive, that hasn't been kind to brown people and women, that has sort of been all about the money and power. It looks very bad. But there are areas in my life that the healing started off in a bad circumstance. So I'm going to believe, and I hope that you guys can somehow believe, that all of this, and this sounds really cliche and churchy, that every drop of this is going to ultimately work in the favor of us all, and eventually in favor of the woman. I just have to believe that. Pluto demands that we face our fears, that we let go and allow an unseen, unpredictable future. Pluto demands that we learn how to regenerate and be confident and be free. This is Pluto now. Pluto brings everything that we hold most dear on the line and initiates little deaths that do nothing but causes us to be reborn and made anew. It's almost like the phoenix. So I want you guys, particularly women, that's who I'm talking to, I want you to take a breath and know that this thing gonna turn. That it's gonna turn. And I don't know how it's gonna turn, but it's gonna turn. Pluto coming in on November the 19th, going into Aquarius. It's coming out of the position that it was in during Donald Trump's presidency. So, like we said before, it was sort of tossed up in the air that he could end up being the president again because Pluto went back into the position that it was in when he was president. So it's like Pluto was like, oh, let me go back here so that then Donald can come and take the seat. And then I'm going to go back into Aquarius again. So that says to me, because remember what I said about Gemini, Aquarius and Gemini are like this. And they understand each other and they talk to each other. And a toxic Gemini needs an Aquarius to heal. A toxic Aquarius needs a Gemini to heal. We could be about to see a new Donald Trump. Somebody says, you're rich, Larry. It's us poor folk that have to be worried. I don't know about that. I think that's a little unfair. Number one, you don't know my pockets. No, number two is I don't know how not to care about everybody. That's why I'm here sitting in my robe in my bedroom and I ain't ate. Y'all know how I am about food, talking to you guys because I want to help calm. You know, it irritates me when people in my life call me when I'm live. Why you not subscribe when I send the text out saying that I'm live? Why you don't have your notifications on so you can see when I'm live? When you know that social media and being live is one of my main jobs. You just call me at any given time on FaceTime and not text to see what the hell I'm doing. I don't want nobody in my life that ain't invested in me like I am in them. Irritate me. So it's possible that we're going to begin to see a new Donald Trump come or show up because Pluto goes back into Aquarius. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? All right. So let's look at these polls. Number one, this is the first one that was sent to me. Let me turn my camera off. All right, gender. So men, 47% of men voted for Kamala. 54% of all men, black, white, everybody, voted for Kamala. This is why I'm here, because men right now, we have got to heal our women. We have got to explain to them why we voted for someone who doesn't respect them. Why didn't we vote for a woman? It's time to have a conversation because we got to heal from this. Okay, women, 54% of all women voted for Kamala. So this whole idea that women will not vote for a female president, let's just throw that away because it's not true. Thank you for putting this in here. I ain't want to get too into all of that, Oliver. But my patrons know because I told them that over a year ago, right at a year ago. Okay. Look at that where it says blacks. 11% of blacks voted for, I mean, not 11%, excuse me. 86% of blacks voted for Kamala. Somebody said that 54% of women was mainly black women. We're going to get to that and find out if that's true, Valerie. 43% of whites voted for Kamala. Y'all, that's high. There's an awakening that is happening amongst white people. Hispanic, Latino, there we go, you see? 53%. I mean, 45%, excuse me, I'm talking about for Trump. 45% of all Hispanic and Latino people voted for Trump. 53% for Kamala. So most women, a lot of white people, and a whole bunch of black people voted for Kamala. A lot of Hispanic and Latino voted for Kamala. A whole lot of Asians voted for Kamala. And 43% of others voted for Kamala, but 53% voted for Donald Trump, the trumpet. Okay, so let me look here to the next one. There's that one there. 18 to 29-year-old, over half of them voted for Kamala. That makes sense because they're progressive. 30 to 44-year-old, 51%. That makes sense. They're still young. But look here, when you start getting to older people, less people here voted for Kamala and more for Trump. That age group, 65 and over, they wanted Kamala. So 18 to 44, they expanded here. 53% voted for Kamala. 45 and older, a little less than half. All right, let's keep going. We're gathering data before we make some statements. All right, I see that. All right, religion. Okay, let's look here. Protestant or other Christian. Look at that. So who is responsible for putting Trump in office? White Christian men and women and wealthy black men who are likely Christian as well. So the church, now I want y'all to see this and remember this, that the church put Trump in the presidency. Catholics, 56% for Trump. Listen, Christian people, Christian Protestants, Christian Catholics. But look at the Jews. The Jew says, we want Kamala. Interesting. And some other folk, they wanted Kamala. And then the other folk, they don't say what color they is, they wanted Kamala. But look who at the top, the Christians, 62% and 56%. So this election was financial and faith. Faith and finance. Facebook, make sure you hit like. Okay, religion among white voters. Oh my God. White Christians and white Catholics did not want Kamala. Jewish people wanted Kamala. Please stay around. I'm gonna give y'all a game plan for moving forward. What we all gonna do. All right, white voters, white born again. Oh my gee, look at that at the bottom, y'all. Look, 81% of evangelical white Christians voted for Donald Trump. But look at the white Christians that do not ascribe to the evangelical version of Christianity that's very, very European. 58% said we don't want Trump. Y'all, look, Pluto is about to do some work. Pluto's gonna carry out the trash. Put that in the chat. Pluto gonna carry out the trash because it's clear that those that like and love the old and Donald Trump are in a covenant and in agreement. And those that like innovation, change, expansion, they were open to Kamala because she was new, she was different, she wasn't looking and talking like the old or the other. And they liked that. So although everybody watching me, I understand. Although this feels very bad, it's telling something really good. I see a lot of posts saying, oh my God, I should have known. This is America. Don't catch me slipping though. I get that. But look at these numbers. We are progressing. I hate when my words don't do right. We are progressing as a nation. This is the last hurrah for old, racist, misogynistic America. This is it. This is her funeral. This is her funeral. Well, Larry, Trump just got in office. This is her. You see these numbers? What are you talking about? Overwhelmed by a landslide? What are y'all talking about? What y'all don't? I'm doing the numbers so y'all don't talk stupid. What are you saying? Do y'all just help me understand? I'm really not trying to drag it, but because you feel bad, you just say stuff and you don't let nothing. You don't think or look at facts or numbers. You just say whatever you feel, or you just read something on social media and you just repeat and parrot what they say. Did you not see the numbers? What you saying don't make no sense when it comes down to the numbers. Okay, my mind just operates differently. I pay attention. But it's very clear that the evangelical Christians, those fundamentalists, they put them there. It was not the blacks. It was not the Jews. This was white Christian evangelical men that put them there. I don't want y'all to put it all on the women because we looked at it. More women voted for Kamala. Don't let folks just be lying to you online. Y'all got to pay attention to the numbers. All right, let's look at education. Which best describes your education you have? Okay, Never attended college. Oh Lord, so we got to add another group of people to it. The dumbest put them the dumbest put them in office. Oh Lord, they should have just picked up a book and read it. Look at this. Those that ain't been to college, they voted for him. Those that went to college but ain't finished, half of them voted for him. Those with an associate degree, they voted for him. Now check, you see what's happening now? Now we're getting into a different level of education, which suggests another level of consciousness. Less people voted for Trump. So the smarter people are, the less inclined they are to vote for Trump. Look at those with advanced degrees. 61% of them said we want change. We want to see and be a part of what hasn't been done. Look at the college grads. 57% says we're ready. Those with no college ain't have sense enough to know what they need to do. White college students. Look at this. Look at the white educated. They wanted Kamala. See, I'm going over this so when y'all on social media, you don't get caught up in the smoke and mirrors. And don't just be listening to what somebody say. Non-white, non-college graduates. See, this, it's like he thrived where there is religion strong and where there is a lack of education. He knew what he was doing. Trump knew exactly what he was doing. Non-white college graduates, we ain't studying Trump. These folk with education don't want nothing to do with Trump. Look at the white women. We want Kamala. But then the white women that's dumb as, you know, how that went. So we see something here. This information should help you a little bit. Those households with less than $30,000. Hold on a minute. Yes, you can send it up. Thank you. Those with less than $30,000 a year, excuse me. Okay, give us Kamala. Then, oh, here we go. Look when that money go up. Oh, actually, right here, this money went up here, and more people. Well, this isn't the rich. They wanted Kamala. Yeah, let's see if they got the uber rich. Oh, they didn't do that one. But had they done it, you would have seen that the super rich would prefer Trump. 51% of whites. Look at the whites here. But then as they get older whites, you know, they probably got racism in them. It started going down. So. But look at the blacks. All y'all talking about black men voted against Kamala. Hush your fuss. Some of us did, not the majority of us didn't. My God. Okay, guys, that's the numbers. So now we know. So correct somebody. Somebody said Georgia racism, rednecks helped him out tremendously. Oh Lord, this is the kind of stuff that, and I'm not picking on you, Miss About Time, but I just went through the numbers. And then there's other things that are online as far as Georgia, state by state. Georgia can't do but so much. We were blue, but now we turn back red. But there's a reason for that, and I get it. Okay, where you get this from, Chandra Maurice? That ain't what we just saw in the stats. You looked at some other stats. I chose AP now. Who are the ones that give the real stats? I don't know what you're talking about. Don't do that. Don't let the media put a wedge between black men and black women. Don't do that. Rich black men are going to vote like the white men. I told y'all, black privilege is more dangerous to us than white privilege. All right, I just wanted to have this conversation with y'all. I was thinking that giving you the stats will help you. It look like some of y'all just gonna choose dumb regardless. Who is this now? Thank you, High Tolerance. Good morning, LR. I wasn't buying what she was selling, neither did America. Furthermore, biblical beliefs were off. On another note, let me see if I can bring y'all. Okay, y'all can see what this person said. Said, good morning, LR. I wasn't buying what she was selling, neither did America. Do y'all really think it'd be about that? It'd be about that for the uneducated people who ain't gonna read and just listen to two people talk and make an emotional decision and vote. But most of us make well-informed decisions and really pay attention. We know both these people was lying. So you saying you won't buy what she was selling? Are you saying so you bought what Trump was selling? That made me think you stupid. And if you want your $20 back, I'll give it to you. That made me think you real stupid. If you're gonna buy, I told y'all that you cannot. These are politicians. They're trying to get your vote. Both lying. Trump lying more than she was. So for you to tell me that I won't buy what she was selling, but then you bought what he was selling, that's what I hear when you say that. Then I think you're stupid. Then the biblical beliefs, what that got to do without us voting? On both sides is ungodliness and unbiblicalness. So now you really make me think that you're stupid. I need to give you your $20 back. I don't even want $20 from a stupid person. Make the next 4 years the best of your life. I agree with that. And in doing so, you better thank a union member. Okay. But the whole purpose of me having this conversation was so you guys could be informed and not in your feelings making decisions and making statements. That they need to be well informed. 2 years from now, you need to vote proper. Midterms. Okay, somebody just said, he said, only one candidate was a convicted felon. I agree with that, and that is true. Please, thank you, Bethany. Anybody that was believing what any one of these candidates was saying and taking it as the gospel truth, I'm concerned about your intelligence. This is a political race. They're going to say whatever needs to be said in order to get your vote. I voted for Kamala because she was a woman. And I've been saying this since Hillary, 2016. I think we need a woman president. And because she was a brown woman, made it even better, but that wasn't the reason I voted for her. It was because she was a woman and she was smarter. And she lied less. Let me see. Let me see. Now, this is what I'm hoping, taking into consideration Pluto. What I'm hoping is that we're going to begin to see some unexpected changes. That maybe some Trump followers will not be happy about. Some say, how is she smarter when she can't answer no questions? You judge somebody's intelligence by their ability to talk and engage. I hope you don't do that, because some of the best talking people I know are crooks, uneducated, but will steal your draws while you got them on. Tell me what question Trump answered. See, this the kind of, oh Lord have mercy. Remind me of when I was teaching college. I will fail you. Fail you. This is politics. They don't answer questions. What is, am I in the Twilight Zone? This is politics. Don't nobody answer no question straight. Father Lamb. Someone said answering questions is a gauge for intelligence. You have not been in the street. See, cunning and intelligence ain't always the same. And y'all don't know that. You just don't know it. You just got to live longer. Let me see. I mean, what were they watching, Denise? We all saw this. He's been doing it for 8 years. So I don't want us to get caught up in a conversation that's way lower and less effective than the conversation we need to be having. Right now, we're trying to move forward, and it looked like y'all want to still, some of y'all want to go back and forth about who. Hell, the man is already won according to what they're saying. So why not look at forward and maintaining our unity and repairing from this whole political game that we were played in like chess pieces? Please teach the people. I can't. The most intelligent are quiet. I don't know about isolated, but they're definitely quiet. Right, Coach IC, let's not get stuck. So let's focus on the future. Thank you, Vonda. Was eye-opener. Some people predicted that Kamala would be president. We'll be looking to see how to justify their predictions. I would suggest those of you that predicted that Kamala would be president. I'm talking to all of the psychics, the prophets, and the like. And it looks as though that she's not going to be president. Don't justify it. Either you say I missed it or I'm out of time and out of sync. She ain't but like 40-something years old. I think she's right at 50 maybe. Somebody check me on that. But she's not old. This 4 years ago by, she can run again and win. Like a lot of the prophets before said that Trump was going to have 2 terms. And they were repeating a prophet who passed named Kim Clement, because he said that. So they all prophesied that. And then when he lost, egg was on their face. But what they should have said was 2 terms. They don't have to be back to back. I'm pretty sure those that said that Trump was going to have 2 terms and Biden won and now Trump has won again. See there, I told y'all, I didn't say win. There's no need for all of that. Either God tell you or he don't. The only person I heard that came close to saying that God told them Trump was going to win. And I don't think he directly said it, but he sort of alluded to. I do know he said that's what I saw. Was Prophet Lovey. I don't know anybody else that said God told them that. And when Prophet Lovey told me that, I was like, I don't want that. Yep. That part, George, she was the president for 85 minutes. You know, when Biden had got sick and they had to do all that. They sort of kept that from us, but she was. She's 60. Yeah, she's young. She real young. She definitely can run again. Yes, Bishop Jordan said that. But Bishop Jordan is a real true prophet, and he doesn't and these other people I named that I know they are as well. But when I say real true, let me say it another way. He's wise. As prophets, first of all, we don't know everything because we got two ways to get our information. God tell us, just like God can tell you. Speak to us and tell us. Or our gift begins to decode, detect, get information, and then we say, okay, this is what I see. This is what I feel. This is what I know. So these are the two ways that prophets, spiritual people, they get that are in God. You know, God talk to us and tell us, and this is the word of the Lord. God says that he's da 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 da. God said, God said. But then it's like, I see this, I feel this, I sense this. Your name, this, and this. That's different. That ain't God talking. That's the gift that God has given that particular person who is now in operation and taking symbols and feelings and unctions and mind pictures and little things that pop in their head and they hear by way of their gift and attempting to minister to you. I didn't hear anybody say God said. I heard people say, this is what I believe God showed me. This is what I feel. I didn't hear nobody say God said. Karn said God said that he would have 2 terms. Now we can say that that's something that's going to come to pass. But I can tell you right now, the way that he thought it was going to be was when he ran last time when he lost. That's what all them prophets thought. Somebody said, well, God told you that Biden was going to win. No, I had a dream. And I saw Biden closing in on Trump and he was sitting in the Oval Office. I said, that looks like Biden going to win. And he won. God didn't tell me that. This was my sight gift. You know what? I love people. I really love people. But I tell you the truth. The more I engage and I talk to people, I'm like, so where did you never went to school? You was raised in the wild. You are allergic to books. You don't like Googling. It's like, what the hell is going on? How do y'all live? Do y'all just go out and party, have sex, watch TV, go to movies, enjoy your relationships, shop and travel, and you never pick up a book? You never sit in a class. You're not in any kind of empowerment or coaching. How do you end up with absolutely nothing in your head? That baffles me and it concerns me because you're here to thrive as gods and y'all are living your life like American slaves. 9 to 5, your vacation days, your weekends. You're just taking all the scheduling that America has given you and the programming and conditioning, and you follow that. That concerns me because life is bigger than what America has told us and the dream that it shopped to us. The American dream that they shopped to us was being a great worker and getting 2.5 children and a house with a picket fence. That is not living. That's not thriving. That's obeying what the government has said and set for you. You should not be living your life like that. Maybe that's why you so darn stressed almost, because as it relates to Trump becoming the president, because you think that now him being the president is going to affect you, your dreams, and what you're able to do and produce in the world. No, it ain't. Your purpose is still intact. Put it in the chat. My purpose is still intact. My purpose is still intact. And there is no government greater than the government of my God. The government called me. The government calls my ability to think, resolve, dissect, and decode. So this don't really matter. When you are in purpose, you're in your power and in your prosperity. If you lock into your purpose, hell, let's suppose America, like I said, it's gonna become great, but you go through the ugly, and it gets really horrible here for a year or two. If you in your purpose, that means you're in your power, in your prosperity. You can pick up and go to Vietnam for 2 or 3 years. Don't feel like that the presidency and what happens here in America is going to run your life like that. Ain't you a child of the Lord? Did he not create the heavens and the earth? Is he not the Lord God of the universe that created all things, including you? Are you not a speck of God captured in clay? Are you not a speck of the universe and the stars and the constellations trapped in clay? So why in the whole hell in the heaven you feel like because white Christian men have voted the leader that they want and others that they want in the office, that now your life is going to be horrible? It's disrespectful that the men will choose each other over women, but you just need to remember that. And from here on, you choose yourself. And to every man that always talking about, I ain't vote for Kamala because she for the gays. Well, you sure did some same gender loving with that vote. Your slip showing. I wanted to see a woman in the presidency because my mom, my daughters, my grandma Ida, Henrietta, all of my lovely cousins that are female, that are powerful, amazing women that I respect. Yeah, I've slept with women, and I haven't always been treated them nice. But that's a young me. I'm a grown hind man now, and I understand the power of a woman. I respect that. Maybe I am actually more man than you that voted for Donald Trump because you were scared that a woman gonna take your place. Hell, she already smarter. It's just this culture that got to catch up with the order of God. He made her to give birth to the all. We just carry the seed. But all of the intricacies and the synchronicities that are in her body to make life be formed and feed it while it's in her, we do not have that. I feel a preach coming on me. Let me sign up off this thing unless y'all give me some money. I'll stay up here longer. Oh my God. Anyway, so I'm gonna let you guys go. Hope, breathe. It's gonna be all right. It's all right. It's okay. That's the only part of the song I can remember. What's the rest of that song and who sang it? What's the rest of that song and who sang it? And listen, I am happy about what this illusion that Trump gives in the market, because I give him glory right now, because this Robin Hood looking good. You want to know what you ought to do, women? Let me tell you what you ought to do. Number one, think about you. And go over there in this bull run. Pull up your app in this bull run and take all that she money. You know how y'all got that money, don't nobody know nothing about. Take all that she money and go dump it punts a stock. Let me give you one that you can dump it in. I'm not a strategist, but dump it in that stock that follows, that ETF that follows Bitcoin, and go get you a few hundred shares of that. It ain't but like $20.12 a piece, but it pays a dividend every 30 days. And then click the button to reinvest that dividend to go right back into that stock again. Your mama said, this is depressing. I get it. I understand it. But pass through that, because something good is coming out of this. Yes, BITO. Go grab some of that. It's paying out a dividend to me in 2 days. Yeah, start investing. Go start your business. Choose yourself, women, because it's clear that white Christian men and white Latinos and rich, affluent people do not care about women. All right. I think I'm complete. And I want you to know that I love each and every one of you, okay? Or open a brokerage account with Fidelity, however you want to do it. Just worry about yourself. Worry about you. Because that nigga that's probably in your house, when he got behind that curtain and that poll thing, probably voted for Trump. Ain't it funny? Want you to cook, want you to clean, want you to have children, want you to give you puss. And then some of them with a nasty unwashed chef want you to go down on them. You know, you got to do all this stuff, but then the least you could do is vote for a woman that's like me. Oh, no, I don't think a woman should lead. How come I can't lead if I bleed? You ought to vote for me to lead because I bleed. When you can't, I bring life and your vision and the seed that is in you, man, I bring it to pass. Well, you see they're not paying you no attention, but you need to start thinking about yourself. Oh, Lord, help me. You need to start thinking about yourself. Worry about what that little white girl in that thing, that viral video. Worry about yourself. Worry about yourself. And there's no way I could have. And that capital gains and stuff, and y'all, I got millions in real estate, and I understand why they vote for Trump, but I couldn't. I just couldn't do it. No part of me could do that. I just could not do that. Not and look at my sister and my cousins, my children, the mother of my children in their eye and say, I love you. I couldn't do that. And I'm going to say this. God would have had to have told me to vote for Trump. That's the only way I would have. He would have had to tell me, and I don't understand why he would. But I'm just saying, nope. I couldn't do it. What's the app for Bitcoin? Anyone you want to choose, you can buy stock through. Titan, Fidelity, Coinbase, Robinhood. There's so many. I like this. Now, I like this. Now, somebody else said, Larry, you shouldn't promote this. But hell, how much women are supposed to take? Think about yourself. Y'all really don't need us no more. Okay, let me go, because that's gonna be too much. Yeah, I gotta have a man. Okay, we got pings. I got that. But I understand, it's relative that you need us. But the reality is, I know some millionaire women. Y'all don't need us like y'all used to need us. Y'all can do the thing by your darn self. Start thinking about you. Mm. So we need a day to mourn. We're good regardless. Kamala didn't deserve to lose a big community. She ran a professional dignity campaign. Agreed. I will continue to ask God to change his heart. We should pray for our leaders. I'm with you, Vernell. I love that. Say that loud and make sure it's clear. It is. What you think Clarence McClendon going to say? More of the same. He may be dragging Deidre Hatton and anybody and Paula because they called into the show. If y'all didn't see that, go watch. And then I had my comments, but I was very nice. But clearly, it doesn't matter. You got to remember, he's a Gemini, so that button get hit, he's gonna trump. Yeah. Larry, I need you as my mentor personally, not with the group. Listen, tell whoever that person is, tell if you are part of Patreon and you, especially Celestial Circle, tell them group mentorship is just as powerful as one-on-one. However, I do believe some people need a one-on-one. But I can't offer that to everybody. This year, I've only had 2 people to coach, and I just got the second one. So we're together for a couple of months. Mm-hmm. Now, this is always interesting. And Monique Watlett is sometimes she be in our community, sometimes she don't. And I see why sometimes it's in and out because you off. You ain't never heard me say Kamala was going to win. So y'all just like making up stuff. What is that? And why are we talking about you? Why are you in and out my community? When you every once in a while you come through with something stupid like that. In fact, Kendall, as you watching, I want you to block her from the entire community and all my personal pages. I'm sick of looking at you saying something stupid and off. And I'm just at the point at this place in my life. I ain't got room for folk that I ain't sure about. Get your ass. Kendall, is you here? You must ain't heard about Larry Reid and the Reformation. We give folk their walking papers. And in fact, they can't even join the church with our application. And this is the reason why. Because I'm not fooling up with foolishness like that. You too off. You on 1 minute, off the next minute, off. I don't deal with, I don't know. I want you to go. I want you to go to hell. Pick any way you choose, because there are many ways. But from this day forward, you will have no access to me and mine. I just ain't got to, and no, you can't come back and repent. I've done that a few times. People forget, they repent, they sow a seed, I let them back in, and they manifest another year later. Bye forever. Bye-bye. Kendall, where the hell you at? Nancy! Nancy! Talking about what I said. I know I ain't said that. I'll be the one telling the prophets, don't say that. I ain't gonna tell you who. I said, I know you feel like that, you think that, but don't say that publicly. But I feel like Trump gonna win. I said, just don't say it. In case he don't, then what we're gonna do with all the rest of your prophecies? Just hold it. You ain't got to prove to everybody you're a prophet. Hold that. Nancy! Kendall! Oh, there's a machine on upstairs. He can't hear me. Oh, that's right. Them floors getting refurbished. I'm at a call him. I want him to make sure he blocked the hell out of her. Oh, hey. Where's Kendall? Yeah, where's Kendall? Can you call him, tell him to come, please? Nancy, you didn't hear me calling you? He said, come here. Who is this I've seen her. Sound like I've seen somebody inboxing her too before, from my page answering something she's saying. Nancy, you what? You heard me? What took you so long?
I'm a little bit behind.
But you got both ears in. I was calling you in real time.
That machine is running.
Oh, who is? Look at her. This, you know who that is?
Yes.
Who is she? Tell me about her.
She is someone that used to send in mail donations a lot back in the day. A bunch of like 888s, sometimes a little more.
One, that's all you know.
But she's.
Yeah, I thought so.
Because
I want you to block her.
She's blocked from YouTube right now. I'm gonna block her from everywhere else.
Okay, I need you to block her. You got access to block her for everything. I do not want to see her.
I have to get Eric.
Okay, and block her from Patreon. All of that.
Okay.
All right. All right. Goodbye. Go to hell, Monique, forever. All right. So you said Prophet Levy was definitely for Trump. I understand it, but I don't like it. Yes. You know I didn't like it. But that's not gonna separate us ever. Or you gotta leave? Huh? You just got here? I might have get on. Wait a minute. Yeah, so that is a problem. The people, they too wishy-washy. See, this is what I'm telling all the women to do. Don't that if he call, y'all go out, call, then he disappeared and call you back again. Why are you answering the phone? Cut that stuff out. We already see that when the rubber meets the road, there's some people just not going to support you and value you the way that you should be valued. This girl coming here to my face lying on me. Let me get out here. I feel something coming on that y'all don't deserve. Marco says she's a constant giving. I don't give. Let me explain something to y'all. Let me make it real clear. I was raised poor. I was broke. I lived in my car, took baths in sinks and public places and spaces that weren't my house. Don't care. If you gave me $10,000 to the ministry, if you wrong, you wrong. It's simple as that. And I do not care. I don't care if you're the biggest donor to the NBN Network and it affects NBN Network and affects my pay, it affects how I pay the contractors and causes stress. I'm just going to be stressed and work through this mess because I'm too blessed to fool up with your mess. I don't know no other way to do it. So I don't have time for that. There's no repentance. There's no coming back. You should have been around it long enough to know me, to know that I'm not going to keep dealing with that over and over. No. You got to go and go forever. Now you can take them 888s or whatever you were doing and give to somebody else that you like and that you can hear and listen to. I'm not dealing with that. I wish I would stay in anything for $1. I want to give us $1 million. I rejected something a few hundred. Let's keep it real. 2 days ago, I turned down over $500,000. For that. It's not happening. Then a bump coming in. Or it's a gray hair. All right, let me go. One of my friends is here. I got to see what's going on. He don't look right. My older sister saying block her. It's already done. And she blocked from everything. And maybe that'll teach her the next time she's graced in a space to act a certain kind of way and to put her listening skills on. I'm not refunding her. Why refund them all? We don't refund. This is a ministry. Hell. You shouldn't even can't ask me that. We just don't want the nets from her. And she gave that freely. She freely don't get nothing. So you sign up to my ministry, the first thing you see, no refunds. Up under no circumstances, there are no refunds. If you want a refund, give me my prayer back, give me my teaching back, give me my entertainment show back, give me that laugh back, and any other thing else that you got from me free. Give me that back. So you can't refund my laugh. If you can't refund my prayer, if you can't refund my prophecy, I can't refund you your money. This done went somewhere else. Yeah, I'm clutching the road because I want to show y'all my blessings. Now, this is true story. This is true. That's what happened. All right, I'll see y'all later. I love y'all. Take care. Hold on. If y'all enjoyed this has been courtesy of Larry Reid, not NBN Network. So you can't get no. Oh, actually, you can claim this on your taxes. You just have to contact me, Erica at the NBNnetwork.org at the first of the year. In the teruma. A teruma is basically what you give a priest or a personal prophet, supervising priest, as a donation or a tithe. You actually can claim it on your taxes because when you give this is going to Dr. Larry D. Reid Ministries. We have our EIN. So you can claim it as a donation now. Anything you've ever given me directly all year and anything you've given to the NBN Network, you can claim on your taxes, okay? So anything you want to send. If you want to say something to me, go to IamLarryDreed.com and click PayPal, because PayPal, you can write a whole lot of sentences to me, and I'll be the only one to see it. Now, the donation you send, one or two others will see that. But the message you send, I'll only see that in the memo section. If you do it through my personal, not LarryReedLive.com, look at the thing. I am Larry D. Reid. Also, Cash App. What if you put in the memo there, I'll see that. I'm the only person to see that. Same thing with Venmo. I'm the only person there to see the message, but there's somebody else to see the amount you gave. Everybody clear on that? All right. Oh, shoot. Y'all love me today? Barbara Ford, Akeem, the thing is going off, and I can't sit my daughter testing. But thank you so very much, okay? All right, go spread this to everybody, the data, and talk to your nearest woman. Encourage her about the future and her purpose is still intact. All that stuff I said, and help clear somebody all that nervous, disappointing, anxious energy. Women, you got to clear that out because you are the womb in the universe, WOMB. So if you let that anxiety and that frustration energy hold you inside, you're going to give birth to more of that because you're a birther. So we need you to be good so that our world will be good. Post pictures of VP Harris. Talk about what she done was monumental. It was historical. And how proud you are as a woman. Put that all over the internet. Okay? Let me let y'all go. I love you. Peace out.